Today we're going to talk about moving from thesis to outline. Before you actually watch this video, you need to read back over the research paper assignment sheet, paying particular attention to the outline portion, which is at the end of that document. And I'd also like you to take a quick skim over the sample research paper. Having read both of those things will make it easier for you to understand the information that will be presented in this video. So if you haven't done that already, go ahead and pause the video and then we'll get started. Okay, before the end of this week, you are going to post your own sample outline to the week 20, I believe, discussion thread. What I want you to do is think of what I'm getting ready to show you as a sample of what I want from you when you submit that outline. First things first, I want you to break it up into sections, Roman numeral sections. So Roman numeral 1 will be your introduction, Roman numeral 2, your body, and then later Roman numeral 3, your conclusion. Okay? If you like, you can simply copy and paste most of the introduction information from the outline on the research paper assignment sheet. So you know that you need to start your introduction with an attention getter. Remember that there are different kinds of attention getters. Quotes, for instance, make good attention getters. Questions, interesting facts or statistics, that sort of thing. You're going to want to provide some background information. Primarily, you want to provide background information on your theme. By and large, you will not necessarily have to define key terms. I don't see most of you having to do that. So remember, it says if necessary. For most of you, it won't be necessary. And then you'll end your introduction with your thesis. So go ahead and open up a Word document and type in your 3 Roman numeral sections: introduction, body, conclusion. Type A, B, C, D, attention getter, background information, key terms if necessary, and thesis. And then go ahead and type in the thesis that you created in part 1 of the week 15 module. Go ahead and copy and paste it into a Word document, and then meet me back here to discuss the rest of the outline assignment. Okay, I have constructed this outline using both the outline provided on the research paper assignment sheet and the sample research paper. So here again is that thesis statement on Dr. Seuss. So I've just copied and pasted it from the sample research paper and put it here into my outline. That's exactly what you're going to do when you submit your outline to the Reading Log 20 discussion thread. Okay, so let's move on then to section 2, Roman numeral 2, the body of the essay. The requirements for the body of your essay are again outlined in the research paper assignment sheet. So if you haven't read over that, you really need to stop and go back. All right, so body paragraph 1 will be a biography of the author. So I want you to type letter A, body paragraph 1, biography of the author, and then number 1, Dr. Seuss, and it says personal and professional background. Okay. Body paragraph B will be on the author's call to write. So I want you to type letter B, second body paragraph, author's call to write. And then next to number 1, you're going to tell me whatever the call to write is for your particular author. So for your author, that call to write might be, as it was with Poe, his feud with Thomas Dunn English and Rufus Griswold. Okay. Body paragraph 3 will be a summary of your primary text. That's your short story that you're writing about. So in your outline, you'll type letter C, capital letter C, body paragraph 3, summary of the text, and then number 1, you'll tell me what text you're summarizing. Then letter D and E, those are the harder ones. These are the analysis paragraphs. These are where you need to actually go back to the original primary text, the short story itself, for example, and pull out examples from the story that support the argument you're trying to make in your essay. So in this essay, the student is arguing that the Lorax is the author's way of making an argument about how we need to protect the environment. So he needs to provide examples from the story, the Lorax itself. So letter D says 4th paragraph, analysis paragraph, and then letter E says 5th body paragraph, analysis paragraph. Go ahead and type those in, and then take a second to look through your short story to find symbols, characters, elements of the plot that help to support the argument you're trying to make in your thesis, and then meet me back here. Hopefully you have found those examples that you're looking for, and then you're going to go ahead and sort of type a brief explanation of those in your outline. So next to number 1, on the fourth body paragraph, I have typed the one slur is a symbol of greedy corporations that put profit before protecting the environment. So typo here, just ignore that. So if you've read the sample essay, you know that the student who wrote that sample essay talked a lot about the one slur as a symbol of not taking care of the environment. And then next to or below the fifth body paragraph, number 1, I've written the Lorax as a symbol of the environment itself, or possibly of the Environmental Protection Agency, because the Lorax does in fact try to protect the trees, right? And the student writes about that in the fifth body paragraph of his essay. Okay. So after you have filled in letters A through E, you're going to fill in the last body paragraph. That's letter F. You should have at least 6 body paragraphs, possibly 7, if for some reason you write the entire essay and you've written everything with introduction and conclusion and don't have 4 full pages of text. If you do not have 4 full pages of text after completing a full rough draft, you need to add another analysis paragraph, much like this one. Okay. Okay, so the 6th body paragraph is the public's reaction paragraph. How did the public react to the text? And what you'll do is you'll just sort of type a few notes underneath that. So if you've looked at the sample essay, as you should have, you know that the initial reaction by the public was really positive, that the book was turned first into a 25-minute animated film and then a longer full-length animated film, and that there are environmental groups that are using the Lorax even today to make arguments that we need to protect the environment. So I might want to talk about all of those in my public's reaction paragraph. Then you need to have the conclusion. Again, just like with the introduction, if you want to copy and paste most of the information from the sample conclusion on the research paper assignment sheet, you may do that, right? I want to see with your outline what you want to argue with your thesis statement and what evidence you're going to pull from the story itself to support that argument. Those are the most important things. And I want to see that you are following this outline that I have provided for you in the research paper assignment sheet.